Hi everyone, close to the Attorney General's office, and today there is I won't put them on video just in case they don't want to be another family that have come all the way from Bristol with their own story as well, and also want an appointment like I do with the Attorney General, because this establishment, the police force, the CPS and the courts, they all have blood on their hands. They have blood on their hands from this family that are walking behind me, and blood on their hands from Josh, Harry and George. They may as well murdered our boys themselves, because they're not here to protect them, and they're not here to give us justice, which they should be doing. It should be natural. That's what justice should be, natural. Hi everyone. Yellow Vestas. We said we'd come back Tuesday, and that's what we've done. Come back on Tuesday with more of us. Huh? Yeah, maybe one, just get the door open, let that family in as well. Absolutely, Vin. Justice for the Birmingham 21. Never surrender ever. How many years do you have to fight for justice in this country? While they sit there, we pay them, and they do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely. Failed to declare thousands in rent. 400,000, wasn't it? 400. That was one of these, wasn't it? Oh, it's this one. This one. Yeah, this one. Let me just wait for that other family that have driven all the way here. Right, where's Brian? I might need him for his... Just wait for that other family. Yep. Yep, this is what we pay for, and they think they can just ignore us. There's something that should be natural to give to people, which is justice. To find out it's not natural at all. That family I'm just waiting for. Hi everyone. Get that family through. Yeah, that family.
Let these guys through. Let them through. Let them through.
Coming here with you.
It's only me.
Yeah?
My wife's there.
No, I understand. I understand. Thank you. That's it.
Yes. How are you? Come to see each other.
Well, he was last time.
He was?
Yeah, he was.
Thank you.
They can't, there's too many of us. Too many of us. Too many. Oh, mind, let this man come through.
Please. It's too much.
That's alright. That's alright. Right, excuse me.
He's had enough time. Standing guard, it's time for you to go. We want them.
So we're in the Attorney General's office. Right, excuse me. gentleman here has something of a request, and so do I. Right? We came here last week. We came here last week to see get an appointment with the Attorney General. And he is refusing his family and us an appointment. I said we would come back Tuesday for an appointment. And this family here want an appointment, and so do I. With regards to our children's cases, the Attorney General, the police, the CPS all had blood on their hands, and we want an appointment. Let's just see what this gentleman speaks to you about. Go on. Yeah, just
Guys, let's have a bit of quiet so we can talk to him, we can film. Yeah?
Many places here, but they are not in here now.
Right, well, we was here last Tuesday, and we was not told that. We had his secretary came down, and someone else came down, and asked us to leave at that moment in time. Now, I want an appointment with the Attorney General, and so does this gentleman here and his family. We're entitled to that appointment, so that's what we'd like you to sort out for us. We said last week we'd come back on Tuesday, and here we are.
So can you get his secretary?
Yeah.
I don't think so. They are not.
Why don't you try?
Because I'm not leaving.
None of us are.
I'm not leaving until I speak to somebody.
There are many offices in ground place.
We're behind you, mate.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I came here last Tuesday.
Our office in here, not a office in here.
Right, it is, because we was here last week. We want an appointment, so ring up.
You can see there, scandal investigation.
Right, hang on a moment. When we came here last week, the man who was on the desk rung up upstairs, and a woman come down. So, what you're saying does not make sense. When we came here last week, I have it on a live feed. Right, so they're in Parliament now, so they moved the last couple of days from here to Parliament, did they? Right, so why don't you do your job as secretary or receptionist and phone up? Phone up, because you're telling fibs. Yeah. That's it. I came here last week and the man rung upstairs and a woman came down. Police, what are you ringing the police for?
No. I want you to ring upstairs. Please. Cut it off?
Yeah, cut it off.
You don't need to ring, please.
There are all other offices here.
We came here last week and the man who was sitting at your desk rung upstairs and the woman came down. Yes, she did. I've got it on a live feed. I've got it on a live feed. The woman came down and asked if we had an appointment.
Shut the door.
It's the Attorney General. No, we're not. You're not doing your job. It's you causing the disturbance.
What do we want?
Justice!
Justice!
When do we want justice? When do we want justice?
Go on, Yellow Vesta.
Justice! When do we want justice?
Bring up to...
Get it down, I'll have it right on my hands. See, I told you to suit it.
Last week I came here.
Oh, I know, what?
Yeah. So what have they done? Took their names off of there?
Names off?
Yeah.
Well, we had to choose entry.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all right, we're just waiting. We're not... Oh, we're doing it now. We want an appointment.
Oh, are you booking appointments?
If I don't get any joy here, I'm going to win this one. Well,
Attorney General.
don't get it here, I'm going out there. At CPS, only here, what we're waiting for is
that bit where it says previous postmongers, no new issues have been raised, that or the CPS can assist with. Now, he's had that paperwork, I'm waiting for a response. It was supposed to be last Friday, where is it? And that's why I said I was coming this week, because it's overdue.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's like as soon as I asked the CPS for any unused positions to do with our children's case, I got an email saying they're not talking to me no more because they didn't want to answer. They just think they can keep ignoring us and that we'll go away. Well, we're not going anywhere.
Where's he gone anyway?
I don't know.
Right, the Attorney General's upstairs.
Yeah. Get the door open. Is it open? Yep.
Let's all go see
Let's go upstairs. Yeah, let's go upstairs. Go on. Knock on all the doors. No, go on. Go on, move out the way. Move out the way. Pull the door open. Pull the door open. Pull the door open.
Pull the door open.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, mate.
New Attorney General.
Said it can't be time for you to go. We want to know Mary London. He can't do it crime. He's had enough time. Said it can't be time for you to go.
We want a new Attorney General. Just look. Is there any names? Is there any names on the doors? Any more? There's a door that way. Here. Is there any names on any doors up there?
Where are you hiding, Mr. Cox?
Jeremy Cox. Jeremy Cox.
Roll by the pox of Jeremy Cox.
Toilet.
Jeffrey Cox is signed for you to You open the door, it leads to another staircase.
Well, they done a runner. How many? There's another way out there. No, look, it's all through there, upstairs, downstairs.
The whole building must be connected to all that old.
It's all fictitious, he's no one in charge.
There's more. Yeah. Is there anyone?
Loads of different rooms. Oh, it's got to be in the penthouse. We all want to just as well.
Well, there's a kitchen.
Is the kitchen there?
Did anyone read the sign downstairs? This is, I think there's toilets here.
General,
Yeah, we're looking for Jeremy Cox. Down, whereabouts down?
in there.
Just lock these doors now. Is it 1 and 2 trays?
Huh?
1 and 2 that piece is said.
Where?
Is it 1 and 2? Are you bullshit now? Or is it 1 and 2?
We come back on your door.
Hang on, they've locked the door up here.
Yeah, they've just
So why
locked
would they lock the door? Why would they lock the door if they wasn't in here?
Property mark, I don't know where it is.
Hello, Attorney General! Attorney General! I can see!
Didn't say no entry to the public, so
Make sure making some noise now. It's not in here, is it?
We want a new Attorney General! A new Attorney General! We've all got a box with Jeremy Cox. Jeremy Cox, it's time for you to go. We want a new Attorney General! A new Attorney General! We've all Cox, Jeremy Cox, it's time for you to go. Jeremy Cox, where are you? You have 2 families in your building that want an appointment with you. We're entitled to that appointment. As far as I'm concerned, you have the blood on your hands from Josh, Harry and George and from this other family that have driven all the way from Bristol to see you today. We're entitled to that appointment and we want it. And we're not going anywhere. Down, down. Go down, first floor. First floor. That's the second one. He's on the first floor!
All right, don't shout.
You can't ignore us peasants forever.
The little people, right?
Yeah. The underclass, as you call us.
Police, come out!
The little people? Is that Flod?
Storming in. We know you're a gang. Do you know what I mean? You carry on.
That's it, you must be in that.
General, you've been summoned. Where are you? Where are you hiding? We all know you're hiding.
See how that bloke lied?
Yeah.
No, Attorney General. Is it there?
No, Attorney General.
It must be.
Blood on your hands, we're making a stand. Attorney General, it's
Time for you to go.
Where's Brian? I'm going to get a slap now, aren't I?
Yeah, well, she's run downstairs as soon as you say that. Who's that? That woman that was on the phone. As soon as I said, I bet she's on the phone to the Attorney General there, she ran straight back down the stairs.
We're entitled to an appointment.
Don't torture the secretary, please.
We want justice! 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 We want justice!
We want justice!
No, he tried to say he wasn't in this building when we knew he was. I was here last week, so I know. Oh yeah, it was this building. I think they've taken their names off the board and all. There's two blank spaces. Jeremy Cox, if you're in now, come out and face the 2 families that you seem to be ignoring. So we know there's us 2 here, so there must be hundreds more of us. It's not on. We as working class people assist in paying your wages. And we're demanding now a meeting because you haven't been giving it to us, and the reason why you don't is because you know the truth. You know, in our case at the Old Bailey, the judge made a gross error and they never showed any evidence, yet you proceed to tell us that any evidence that was given to the court and served to the court cannot be used as fresh evidence, even if the court don't use it. That's how you cover yourselves up. And the fact that you're all QCs, so you don't go against anyone who's at the bar, and you're all chummy and drink your whiskey and suck on your cigars. Well, we've had enough. George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. And on top of that, the working class that assist in paying your wages are well aware of the £400,000 you failed to declare. Now come out and face us families. You've hidden yourself behind a locked door. Behind the locked door. You coward.
Justice
Coward.
now! Justice now!
Justice for our children.
Justice now! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it?
Now.
We
Want
want
justice. We want justice now. We want justice now. We want justice now. We want justice now.
We want justice for Carl as well.
Justice for Kyle. Justice for George and Harry.
free justice, sure! We'll have to evacuate now.
That's all right, so will he. Oops, the fire alarm's gone off.
Who's smoking?
Hopefully that'll go straight to the fire station.
Yeah.
Everybody!
Attorney General! Attorney General! Attorney General, time for you to go. We want a new Attorney General. A new
Attorney General's on.
stand. Attorney General, give a vote to go. We want a new Attorney General. A new Attorney General. You can't deal with crime. You had enough time. He's got Attorney General, time for you to go. Yeah.
Fire brigade's going to be
Evacuate the building!
Come on, Jeremy Cox.
Come on,
face
Jeremy
us two
Cox.
families.
You have to leave the building.
Come and see what we've got to show you.
Come out, you wanker.
We need a new Attorney General. A new Attorney General. We can't do with crime. We're having a crime. Attorney General's time for you to go.
Please we ain't now, guys.
That's alright. That's alright. Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. George Harry. Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down.
Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. George Harry. Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we... excuse me. Do you watch what you're doing? George Harry. Shame on you. 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 Shame on you.
Like the coward is up there, isn't it? That's up there.
Shame on you, officers. Go do a proper job, officer.
You stand up, son. Stand up.
Have the police come to join us?
They've got the yellow vest on.
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Oh, they're all leaving downstairs. They're all going downstairs. They're all going downstairs.
Isn't there another set of stairs over there?
Yeah. Ah, the side stairs. The side stairs. Yeah. Charity, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're going to shame the police. Josh, Jerry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand.
Just come back down the
We
bottom.
have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're going to shame the police. Josh, Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're going to shame the police.
Justice for the free. Okay, please. Off you go. You do it to private premises. Please leave the building.
That's all we want. That's all we want. Two appointments. What's so difficult? You know, what's so difficult? It's Scarford. No, if it's public, no.
Public buildings.
Well, they'll have to prove to us if it isn't. They'll have to prove to us. And not only that, all we've come here for is 2 appointments for 2 families that have had their children murdered. You know, and just for him to listen to what we've got to say, see the evidence, and we're always getting a no, and that's not on. That's not on. That's all we want is 2 appointments. Oh yeah, I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm not coming out. Yeah, no. Where's Louise? Come here a moment. Louise. Can I borrow that, please? No. Thank you.
Back in our country once again. If you
Right.
don't support Brexit, you are supporting
I know.
Jesus, get on your feet. Get on your feet.
Public building, we're allowed to be here.
I don't see anywhere on this building that says private parking.
So therefore we're paying for it.
Yeah, we're paying for it, but apparently
Have a look for that.
Please use your voice, girl.
Is the thing down? Yeah. Hang on. Has it been turned down? Yeah. Right, we're here at the Attorney General's office because you have 2 families here that have been trying to get a meeting with the Attorney General, and he keeps deciding to ignore us. My son and his 2 friends were murdered last year. The Met Police, the CPS and the Central Criminal Court covered up those murders. For 10 months we have been trying to get an appointment with the Attorney General to show him the evidence we have to show it was a deliberate attack. And he keeps turning us down. He knows, because he would have seen the transcripts, that there was no evidence ever shown in court. All they ever did was read 2 lines of one person's witness statement. And I wouldn't even say it was that person's because it was a typed up police copy, an unsigned copy that the police typed up. Now all we want, we came here last week and asked for an appointment and yet again got turned down. There is another family in here with an awful story that wants a meeting with the Attorney General. As public who pay and assist in paying those wages, we are entitled, otherwise what are we paying them for? And they can't continue to ignore the working class because that's what they do. They ignore us. And this Attorney General hid and didn't declare £400,000 that he didn't declare of the working class and taxpayers' money. And he's refusing a meeting with us two families. And that's all we came here for. That is it. And our children deserve that meeting. Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. They have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you'd understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame, shame, 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 shame on you.
Shame on you!
We want a new Attorney General. A new Attorney General. We've all got the box with Jeremy Cox. Jerry Cox, it's time for you to go. We want a new Attorney General. A new Attorney General. We've all got the box with Jeremy Cox. Jerry Cox, it's time for you to go. We've had enough and we're making a stand and we're not being tolerant to the intolerance no more. Justice! Now! Justice! We want it now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! And we want all those children given back that have been forcibly adopted and forcibly fostered care for money. Social service is a disgrace, and the establishment and the constables assist in taking those children and give them back to their rightful owners, which are their birth parents. Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now!
Actually, you want peace and quiet.
Well, good luck to you. Go on. Goodbye. Goodbye. We want 2 appointments. That's all we want.
And then you'll get your peace and quiet. Yes.
2 appointments that we're entitled to have.
Exactly.
And they think they can continue to ignore us peasants, and that us peasants will not do nothing about it. Well, you got it wrong this time, because here we are.
The peasants are
Here we are. Here.
The little people are revolting.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Some of the politicians, they're revolting as well.
Yay! That's immoral.
I don't consent to it.
Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now you're gonna shame the police. George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police.
We need Brian needs to make one up for Kyle. Yeah. And we'll start singing that and all.
See there,
And today we're all as well remembering a young lad called Kyle. His family are here, fighting for justice for him as well, and they just want an appointment. It's their story to tell, not mine. But I can't say too much. But all we want as families is an appointment, and we're sick of being ignored. We're not going to take it anymore.
We're not gonna
take it.
We're not gonna take it.
We're not gonna take it anymore. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. And for anyone who's listening, sorry young man, for anyone who's listening, there is a woman called Melanie Shaw that is a political prisoner who stood up and spoke about Elm House. And they imprisoned her because they didn't want her story out, because it involves MPs, it involves the elites, and it involves celebrities. So they put her in prison, drugged her up, and no one has been able to see her. So free Melanie Shaw! 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 Free Melanie Shaw!
Free Melanie Shaw! Free Melanie Shaw!
And another one that you can research. Yeah, on purpose. It's a plan. It's a plan to drag everyone out of the building, to go down to her. That's what it is. That's what it is. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it. It's a plant. It's a plant. This is what they do. They want to drag us all out. Just to sing to the lady with the blue hair. The blue fairy.
Ignore her! Ignore her!
Justice!
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Hang on. Justice! Now!
Why do they entertain her?
Just ignore and don't engage. This is what they want. This is what they want, so they can paint you in a bad light and not show the real reason why you really are here. Don't fall for their traps. Don't fall for it. Where's the 2 years ago? Over 10,000 children went missing in this country. Where are they? Just so you know, to the bystanders, over 10,000 children went missing in this country, and the mainstream media are not reporting it.
I don't understand. I don't consent.
We don't understand, we don't consent.
We want two appointments that we're entitled to with the Attorney General. Jack, don't engage, don't consent, don't engage. You don't understand, you don't consent, and you don't engage. Acts and statutes are not law. It's governed by consent and you don't give it. Oh, look. The constable who said there's no freedom of speech. Just your cherry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. Just your cherry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now you're gonna shame the police. All we want is two appointments. I came for one last week. We've been writing, we've been emailing, we've been ignored. What is so difficult? What is so difficult about giving 2 appointments? One to me and one to that family over there.
2 appointments.
2 appointments with the Attorney General, and yet what have we got? Constables amongst us.
Ready to chuck us out.
Because what? Because we want it off someone who's in the political elite? We just want 2 appointments that we're entitled to have. That's it. That's it, for justice. That is what he's there for. That is what he's there for.
We are not leaving.
Don't engage.
Don't engage. Don't engage. Yeah. 2 appointments. Don't consent. Your actions and actions. Don't abuse your powers under section 26. Constable wins 2799.
Appointments for the family. I don't
have that
power.
Come on, section. Get someone who's got the power to give us 2 appointments. That's it. We're entitled to those appointments. That's all you have to do. Get us 2 appointments. That's it. It's simple. It's not difficult.
The song for the boys has just gone viral. John Moore message. Song for the boys has just gone viral.
We'll work out our music now to make one for Claire. We'll always that's all right with you.
We want 2 appointments. We want justice for our murdered children. And we ain't going anywhere, I'm telling you. You will see me each week out here until we get it, until we change this country so it doesn't happen to any more children. Until social services stop taking people's children. 2 appointments we want. You've all got blood on your hands, including you constables. All of you.
Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle!
Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Justice for Kyle! Kyle! Justice for 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 Kyle!
Justice for Kyle!
And all those children that have gone missing, and all those children that have been taken forcibly. We want justice for all of them and their families as well. There's too much corruption in this country, and we've had enough, and we want to give it back to the people, to safeguard the people, to safeguard the children. Enough is enough.
75,000 removed from homes last year alone. Right, so we're connected to us. I'll find you going on.
I've seen you come up with me. What's not meant to let you know we'll come out with what you want.
Yeah, he's going to come every week now. Probably every Saturday.
We shouldn't have to do this.
Yeah. James got them out of his office, didn't he? They upgraded James's ticket and he's...
Do you hear our stories? You know why we're here. It's a civil matter, constables, anyway, so you shouldn't even really be in it. It's actually a civil matter. So please don't abuse your powers on a civil matter.
There is no justice, you know. We used to have the best.
If they try with their powers, it's a civil matter. This is a civil matter. It's not criminal. They shouldn't even be here. Are you the Attorney General? Because we want an appointment with one of you. Do you think you can get us an appointment with the Attorney General? Can we have an appointment with the Attorney General? Hello, us peasants would like to talk to you. Excuse me, I am. I'm just turning around. I'm turning around. George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. You have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're going to show the police. George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police.
Too late, they shame themselves. Come! What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now! See, this is how the higher up treats us. They walk past us, look down on us, don't even speak to us. Absolutely, and they forget that, just like these constables forget that we're paying their wages. You know, maybe one day we should all wake up, down tools, and pay nothing. And pay nothing. And then let's see what happens. Because we are not accepting this. We're not being tolerant to the intolerance anymore. We're not going away, and we don't fear.
One law for everybody.
Absolutely.
Get rid of the two.
But they think they can ignore us, and this is what we're showing the general public, what the political elite do. They ignore us, look down on us, scorn at us. We see it in court today, when someone asked if they could speak and they was told no. You know, kangaroo court. That's what James suffered today, with a corrupt solicitor. The solicitors and the barristers work for the establishment as well. They work for them. The Attorney General and the Solicitor General are QCs. What does that tell you? How are you going to get into any injustice when you experience a corrupt QC, a corrupt prosecutor, and a corrupt defence? When you very next need to see an Attorney General that is a QC.
They will always help you. They'll help you.
Can you get us an appointment, please? Can you get us an appointment?
Would anyone like to speak to us little people? Does anyone want to assist these people to get an appointment? Anyone? Any of you?
Just so we know what he looks like. That's what he looks like.
This is who we want an appointment with, and this is the guy that's refusing to see us since last week.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No consent. We don't consent to be recorded by yourself.
Justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise and took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. Just George Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. This isn't a police matter, it's a civil matter.
Exactly.
All we're asking for is 2 appointments. That's all we're here for.
TSG are coming.
And look what we're met with. Look what we're met with.
Here they come, the big bully boys.
And they're hiding behind the doors.
Get them in, here they come. Get their truncheons out. Don't hit me, officer.
Oh yeah, no violence.
No violence.
Come out, I won't let you in.
No violence. Yeah, this one. Constable Wells is going to be a proper celebrity. Your friends are going to know.
Why don't you go and arrest criminals, eh? And investigate murders. And investigate social services as well while you're at it.
Don't get a paedophiles and arrest social services for their corruption. Give us back the children that the social services. No violence back. With your fucking go do a proper job.
Where's the receptionist? All we want is 2 appointments. Is there an appointment book there? If there's an appointment book, oh, did he? If there was an appointment book, we could have just wrote our own names in it.
Why should these two families be turned away every turn when they want to speak to the Attorney General? They deserve that appointment.
They go to the old people and the disabled and the women. No!
Because they're bullies.
In that car. Who is he?
Hello.
Do not consent. You're showing not. Repay your wages.
Sonny, I haven't seen one fire engine yet.
We're waiting for 2 appointments. That's all we want. Huh? Yeah, no, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright.
To get 2 appointments, it should. Even you must understand.
2 appointments. It's just ridiculous. 2 appointments to 2 families that deserve those appointments. To 2 families, this family here and me. Right. So therefore you can see why we're here.
Oh, wait a minute.
All we want
Take your hat off and stand
That's
with
all
us.
we came in for. 2 appointments. And we get this. Can you not see really what is going on here?
We're here asking a question. If you ask your boss, then he can ask.
That makes me sick. Every step of the way.
It's all the time.
You'd think they'd be falling over themselves.
No, they never have and they never will. They never have and they never will because they know they covered it up. They know they covered it up and they can't admit that. They can't admit that. Yeah, they can't admit it. Because then the country would see the truth because our children is not an isolated case. Listen to that man's story. That man's story.
You absolutely disgust me.
Yeah, can't get out to turn it off.
Yeah. It's wrong. It's morally wrong. If your child was mad, you wouldn't think, oh, okay, we'll get one, no, go away.
It's not a request, it's a right.
There's no need for you to, because you know you
Can you get us an appointment? Can anyone get us an appointment who works here?
Because they don't work with them. But yeah, they work in the same building.
What do they suggest you do?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it
We're
is.
not going to hurt anybody.
No violence.
No one's been stopped from coming.
No loss, no harm, no injury.
Sharon's got it. I think. Listen, people at home. This is what it's like.
We want 2 appointments.
We want 2 appointments. We're not going anywhere.
We got 2
Want 2
appointments.
appointments. We want 2 appointments. We want 2 appointments. We're not going anywhere.
Right now.
Right now.
Forever.
How difficult is it? See, people, this is what we face. This is what they do to you. They just think they can do what you like. There's 2 families here. There's not just me. There's another family that, you know, story is just as horrific as ours, that have been fighting for an appointment. And well done that they've driven quite a long way to come here today, to come with us, to try and also get that appointment with the Attorney General. But they just think they can do what they want to us. When we need to show them They can't do that. We need to come out.
Good afternoon. Do you know how we can get
We need to come out and show them that we're not standing for this, and we don't fear them. We don't fear them. Thank you, Sean. I know you're with us. Hi, Abby. Hi, Paul. Hi, Janet. And don't worry, Abby, we haven't forgotten about you. We've spoken about forced adoptions while we've been here, okay? So we're not going anywhere. We'll see how far we can go with them, because it's a civil matter, so the police shouldn't even be here.
Can you get us an appointment, please, with the Attorney General?
Can we have an appointment with the Attorney General? We'd like 2, please. 2. That's all we want. We want justice. 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 We want justice.
We want justice.
We want justice. Tracy will have the
We just want to appoint.
Yeah, that is it. That is it.
How hard is it to give them?
That is it.
It's not criminal. This is civil.
We are not the criminals.
Someone phone Australia.
Leave it off the hook.
She might need a point.
Over the road. Sorry, very sorry.
Human rights, Holland paid in the Northern.
I know, yeah.
Pretend you're pregnant and piss in his hat.
Take his hat off for you.
Keep the lady you're at.
Finish this or keep this going all day. Yeah?
All we want is 2 appointments.
2 appointments, and not cancel those 2 appointments.
Yeah.
Or basically we're staying all day. You're staying all day as well. And I'm sure you'd like to be on the streets of London. Who do we speak to?
Well, the receptionist. But he's gone. He's gone. All we want is 2 appointments.
2 appointments and make sure they don't get cancelled.
That's all we want. It's not difficult, and it's something that we should be entitled to, which you seem to keep ignoring. You seem to keep ignoring.
Give her an appointment.
And this family here.
If it's not going to get resolved, yeah, then it's an all-day sitting, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
It's a public place, I've confirmed, it's open to the public. You have every right to be here, there's no obstruction. So the constables are only overseeing that there's not a breach of the peace.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
Yeah, because it's civil. It's civil. It's a civil matter.
No, surely not. What, a lying policeman? Never. Are you sure you ain't been on something, a lying policeman? I think you're on hard drugs saying that a cop has told a lie.
Thank you, Justin.
That's all right, mate. Sergeant, is there any chance, obviously, that whoever is responsible for operating this building's reception, that they can be spoken to and asked, can they actually make 2 appointments with the very persons that want them, and rather than keep your resources here, delaying obviously important 999 calls, 2 appointments, these are not going to be scuppered by being cancelled down the line. It's simple. I will advocate, obviously, on this behalf of these people and your service and the public service here. Thank you.
Here.
Well done. Well done, Justin.
Can I leave it to you? I want to get a cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
But just to say, don't run to the 999 calls that call MPs Nazis, please, because that's another waste of police resources.
Sobering is a Nazi.
Sobering is a Nazi. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sobering is a Nazi. Sobering is a Nazi. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sobering is a Nazi. Sobering is a Nazi. La la la.
Justice for the free, I just don't We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. George, George, Harry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. Shame, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you.
Shame, shame, shame on you.
Constables, can you be honest and think to yourself, is this a country right now that you want your children to grow up in? Is it? Is it? I'll be very surprised if you say yes. We have to fight for everything in this country. Fight for our voice to be heard. And according to you, fight for freedom of choice. And we've had enough.
Sorry, Trace. Did you want to go out there?
No. How would you feel, constables, if your son or daughter was murdered and your colleagues covered that up? And then you went to a CPS meeting where they read a collision report that stated the driver had control of the car the whole time. Yet they're still sitting there drawing bends where there's no bend in the road, where they're still saying the opposite to the evidence. How would you feel? Then you go to the court and your victim impact statement is crossed out and words change, which we both know is against the law in itself. We both know that. And again in court they say the opposite to the evidence and they never ever show it. And you have mainstream media saying CCTV was shown in court and it never was. How would you feel? Would you not be out doing what I do? And then when you come out and you meet decent, hard-working people like everyone in here who have been trying for years to get the word out of the corruption that is going on in this country, then you hear about the homelessness of our veterans, then you hear about the forced adoptions and the forced foster care that you lot facilitating. You lot. Then you hear about the missing children. Then you hear about how many paedophiles there are in Parliament. You hear all about those things and yet we're meant to accept it, not look back in anger, not stand up and stand up for our rights and stand up for the children. And we're demonised for doing that. And the assistance, the biggest assistance in all of that is the mainstream media, who are the people's enemy because they don't tell them the truth.
Can you get us an appointment with the Attorney General?
Could you get us an appointment?
With the Attorney General, please.
All we want, like Justin said, is 2 appointments. Then we can leave and vacate the building. You can carry on walking around where the Remainers are, listening for any hurty words. And we can all carry on with our day. I'd have you all shipped off on a boat. Every one of you would be made accountable for your crimes towards the people. That's what I'd do.
Tracy for Prime Minister.
Listen, I'm honoured to stand with all of you. You lot are just as brave as me. It's just that I just speak. But each and one of you here are exactly the same when we stand in one. Can we have an appointment with the Attorney General, please? Can we have... Oh, mercy! We ain't going to pay your wage no more. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away the voice, and now we're going to shame the police. Just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our voice, and now we're going to shame the police. Who is it?
Just go, sir.
Who's in there? Who's in there?
I don't know who that was. Who was that one that shouted that out of my office?
Oh, sorry. Who's gone?
is Lunchtime.
Hey, who's waiting?
Oh, look,
Wait,
shut the
wait,
door!
wait, wait. Show someone the way. Show someone the way. Unbelievable.
No, let it on the nose.
Yeah, let them hear. Let them hear. No, let them hear and see why we're here. Yeah, let them see and hear why we're here. Let them hear why we're here. Yeah. We're better off, aren't we? Otherwise, it's not going to get out to the public.
Who's the only person?
They won't advertise
This is why we're here.
Right, if you want to know why we're here, you have two families here of children that were murdered and being covered up. And all we want is 2 appointments. That's all we came here for. And we encountered this. That's all we came here for. All we want is that, and then we will leave. And then the constables can get on with their day. That's it. George Herring, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. George Herring, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. We have to make some noise. We took away our boys, and now we're gonna shame the police. Justice for Kyle! 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 Here, listen to this man. If you want a story, listen to this man.
Just speak, just speak.
Just speak. Here. Push that and speak.
He might not,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
might be.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, he might. He's got
Okay, you stand with him. You stand with him. Hello, Kyle. Go on. Just push it and speak. Alright, shh, everyone. Quiet! Quiet.
I've come here today because I am trying to get an appointment with the Attorney General.
I put it in his mouth. Yeah.
As I have a letter here which states that I was supposed to have had information last week, 2 weeks on, and I haven't received it. So I need an appointment with the Attorney General in order to
while you're here.
relook at the case of my son Kyle Clark. He was murdered 2 years ago. We have one person that's still walking out the street and another person that gets 3.5 years for life, which I don't agree with. This evidence in this paper, right here, states information on unused evidence which has not been used in court. With this unused evidence, another person will be charged. And we will have 2 people in custody, instead we only have 1. Why is the Attorney General ignoring an appointment for me to see him?
There's no way back there to leave us
That's
alone.
why I'm here. I'm not
So
leaving
where are we up to
today
now?
until I get my
Still nowhere, we're still waiting for it.
Nothing. Mainstream
He
media.
needs to give a real appointment, and he needs
So,
to give...
I only got 5 or 6 minutes, so has anyone bothered to try and make contact with anyone in this establishment?
My one I've been waiting for now.
None of them not have. All we want is 2 appointments.
Travel from Bristol, and I'm not going anywhere. Okay? So, yeah, Richard Scott. Richard Scott. I'm Kyle's dad. How am I? I'm 52, I'm from Bristol.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
But I'm leaving.
No.
Because at the end of the day, it's simple.
Hang on.
As long as we're not breaching the police, we can't face.
It's a workplace that's not working.
We might just be behind the yellow.
Waste of taxpayers' money. Waste of taxpayers' money.
Now,
I don't speak my own personal feelings just once. And my personal feeling is, and my advice to you, man to man, to every single person in here, man to person, take the policeman out of.
How else?
We've tried. We've tried.
How else will we get ignored?
we write our letters, we make
We
our
send
complaints.
emails. We've been trying for 10 months and we're ignored and keep getting told no. So the only next option was to come here. I came here last week. I got a no again. So I told them I'll be back on Tuesday, and true to my word, I'm here today. They're not true to theirs.
Has anyone witnessed anyone else getting an appointment from that clerk there in the past hour?
Right, no, but he's not been here. He's not been here. But last week, when I was here, and they was trying not to give me an appointment, a woman come down and she went, "Oh, have you got an appointment?" So I said, "Oh, you do appointments."
Right, so as far as we are concerned, appointments are given from
Yes,
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, as we was having a conversation, Sergeant,
Hello,
he
you
was
alright?
explaining man to man.
Well, we'll be when these two families get the appointment we deserve.
Don't engage.
What do you think is not the way to do it?
It's a civil matter. It's a civil matter.
Public building, we have every right to be here.
Obviously,
Sorry, excuse me.
Do not consent.
Do not consent.
The wishes of the people that work here. You can make an appointment for us.
This is a civil matter, not criminal. We are a private business.
I can't see it. Excuse me.
This is a civil matter, not
Excuse me, can I just
criminal.
come through, please? Thank you. You're obstructing.
Yeah, here comes the appointment.
Breaking news. Reporting a group of protesters
She was sat there first, and they come behind her. Just me to tell her she's absolutely fantastic. She was sat there first, she come behind her, come and sit there. She comes in there, she goes there.
Your services are not required. Please go.
Please be peaceful, officers. Constables, be peaceful, please.
And death.
Absolutely, Graham. It is so easy to solve.
We pay your wages. Your services are not required.
There's no other way it's working until you do this.
Shame there's more police than us, isn't there? They're the ones causing the problem, not us.
Listen, constables, when you send loads of emails, which you don't even get a response to, who he ignores, and then you send letters. The MP sends letters, and you're still told, no, you can't have an appointment. And then you come here and still told you can't have an appointment, so you come back again. How difficult is it to get an appointment with the Attorney General? What does he actually do then? What do we pay him for? We have a right to know, as taxpayers, what he actually does. What he actually does.
He loses money, doesn't declare it.
All we want is 2 appointments.
So what he's basically saying is he's pretty much on the money. We're not going to get nowhere with those upstairs because they're totally denying any contact with us today. What I'm thinking is if we back off, the majority of us back off, and you and the other concerned party get to speak to the clock once this forum becomes available again, then maybe push the agenda that way, yeah?
So everyone leave and we just stay in there.
Yeah, that's what I was basically suggesting.
Alright, try it, yeah, try it then. We'll try that then. We'll try that.
What we're trying to achieve, just trying to
2
confirm that.
appointments. 2
We've had
appointments.
2 appointments, or
No, we'll want 2 appointments with the Attorney General.
with regards to...
I don't have to answer your
I'm not saying
question.
you do, I'm just
Right,
asking.
well, I'm just letting you know.
If you want to liaise with your colleague who's a sergeant there, we've had discussions, he knows where we're up to speed. I've just explained to Tracy what we're discussing, and what we're proposing is maybe if this foyer becomes operational again with the majority of the crowd coming out, Tracy and the other party concerned will hopefully engage the reception staff or receptionists and see if they can get their appointments. I don't know.
He's scarpered.
Let's go back everything.
So that seems quite reasonable. If you if you can actually, or your colleague, liaise with whoever the actual proprietor is that oversees that reception and see whether they can actually resume their business here and maybe allocate 2 appointments. That'll be splendid.
We'll all peacefully walk away if that's
Yeah.
successful.
Me and this family here will stay here.
What type of time frame are you
We're
looking for
people-
appointments?
I don't care when it is. We just want appointments. So it's not like we're saying we want it right now. We want appointments.
Within 2 weeks. 17 days.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Oh, pray.
You right, Kim?
I didn't recognise you without your hat on.
I know, you know.
And then I always say,
The sign says you can keep your hat on, but I prefer to have my hat on some days. I try to make the time.
Right, so what Justin is agreeing with them, if everyone leaves, it just leaves me and the other family. They'll give us an appointment. Alright?
This is what we need to do every week. Take over a public
Yeah.
We really do.
CPS next.
Yeah, definitely.
They've probably said it loads of times. Stick that chewing gum on the lens.
I've got loads.
Hi, corrupt establishment, corrupt police force. I'm glad you're filming me. You're filming me, I'll film you.
4,500 people.
See if I'm bothered.
Nothing going to be hard to
No,
find.
I've got 3, but that's the one that I'm on. The others are only back up.
You're alright.
You guys want an appointment. It's as simple as that. Why is it so hard for someone to do that?
Has that been agreed? Has that been agreed?
He's chatting.
Right, okay. Okay.
It's all on the chalk. Excuse me, please.
It's alright, we can negotiate.
Yeah. So that's what I've said, you know, if we get the 2 appointments, we'll happily walk away.
Simple. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
I mean, not a hard request.
We're just liaising to some sort of an agreement.
Shouldn't be this hard, should it?
No, 2 appointments is all we want. 2 appointments in a civil matter. For something so tragic, and there's no empathy, there's no compassion for that.
Guy who started shouting.
Yeah.
He was in, I forget that guy's name, he was in his face screaming at him, and the police had got him out, came back through the door with him again. And that's someone that works here.
Yeah, because they think they can just treat us how they want.
Who are we?
The underclass, as they call us. Well, we ain't no underclass. We ain't no underclass.
I couldn't believe he come back.
He's obviously just come back in the pub.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's been a liquid lunch. Yeah.
Everyone thinks that it's not.
No one's leaving until we get the appointments.
It's easier for you to come in than me to go back over there.
Yeah, okay, I can get an appointment.
I mean, he's filming with something else. He's still
Got a big room in there now.
Seem to be bringing more of them in.
Yeah, I can see it. The thing is, it's a civil matter. It's not a criminal matter. So they should just be standing there. That's why they haven't forced us out at the moment. I said it's a civil matter, so they can't do a lot because it's not criminal.
Well, to stop us going up the stairs, we've already done that.
Otherwise they would. So I'm not going out. Yeah, everybody try to drag me out and pull them back in.
No, you've got to...
Right, ladies and gentlemen, listen please. You're committing an offence of aggravated trespass.
No, we're not. It's a public building. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, it's a public building. No, they have gone to negotiate to upstairs. Here we go. Can you hear it? They're gone. Go on, Justin. We're not. It's a public building. It's not trespass. It's not trespass. Hang on. It's not trespass. It's public. Let Justin. Justin. There they go. No, it's not. No, it's not. We came here for 2 appointments. There's no offence being committed. Don't abuse your powers, because that's what you're doing. We came here for 2 appointments. 2 appointments. 2 appointments. No, we're not. 2 appointments. Okay, come on, we'll sit down and say no violence. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Firstly, do you want me to sit here?
Yeah.
Please read that. Read that. We're not doing any of that. That's what apparently we're doing. What? We're not stopping anyone going about their duties.
No, they've been in and out.
No one's been intimidated.
No.
If anything, he wanted to come back and intimidate us.
Keep that up and remind him.
Not criminal. We are not stopping anybody from going about their business. They can come in and out of the building as they please.
We're the ones being stopped from going around our business because all we want is 2 appointments, and you've kept us here all this time without giving it. That is it. It's so simple.
We only need to give, and we explain to you.
It's a public building.
Made the news at last. Breaking news.
No consent, no what?
Yellow vest not claiming.
You don't give consent.
No tramadol.
Don't engage. Get everyone to sit down if they start coming in.
Let's go back to route 1 where we was at. I've been told that I will also be arrested if I do not vacate this spot. Right, this is what I propose. What I suggested to the 2 sergeants, if we can get you guys to actually meet whoever is going to book maybe an appointment for you, that's what we do. I've got 5 minutes. If I basically push us to stay here any longer, no, not push out, but if I push us to stay here any longer with you, yeah, we are all going to be arrested. They're going to clear outside. He's got
for what? Under what law? Under what law?
Basically, he's not going to back down. Yeah.
Yeah, but under what
it's
law?
A private building. I'm saying it's open to the public.
Yeah.
He's saying it's a private building.
It's open to the public.
And they don't want.
It's open
us
to the
here.
public. Under what law? All we want is 2 appointments. We want 2. No, they came in and went upstairs. They were upstairs.
What do you want? What do you want to do to it? They're going to say
Get everyone out, and us 2 families.
The staff have entered the building.
Everyone go out. Yeah, no, you've got to push the other way. Push the button. Push the button.
People, yeah? This is what we're going to plan to do. We're all peacefully going to walk out, and we're going to leave Tracy and those concerning with these appointments to try and resolve the matter and get their appointments.
And we can assemble outside.
Yeah. We're trying. We're trying. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, no, thank you.
Who's going to stay with you?
That's right, I'll stay with the gentleman. We'll stay. Just us 2, and let's see if they're true to their word. Let's see if they're true to their word.
This is the point I'm making.
The staff has re-entered the building, by the way.
To get the attention of these people, because apparently they won't deal with no one. But maybe if, based on, I've spoken to an inspector and 3 sergeants so far, right, with what I propose, let's hope that they will maybe give some support to talking to the staff.
Hopefully.
Let's hope you
Yeah, go on. No, go. Thank you, Yellow Vesters. Where we go one, we go all. Well done. I'll be outside in a minute. I'm going to stay with these. No. Yeah, just me and this family. Yeah, absolutely. I'll pull the door open. Yeah, everyone just go. And I'll just stay with this one. We'll just open it back. Don't worry. We'll see.
I'm staying with you.
Yeah, no, I'll be just me, this family. Everyone else go. No, everyone else go. Trust me, I'll be alright.
Yeah?
I'm going to stay on the top step with my chair.
Well, I know, I think I'm going to move.
About everything, yeah?
Have you been arrested, Brenda? Can you arrest me, please? Your wish is my command. Come on, get out! I want a cigarette.
You know what? You're the only copper in
You're not getting a meeting. Hold it, guys! You're not getting a meeting.
Who said it? Give me that.
It's just a pride that goes out.
Right, who just said that we're not going to get a meeting? Now, we just come to an agreement that if everyone left, us 2 families wait and speak to that person. Hang on, everyone, please. Speak to the receptionist who was going to sort out an appointment. So we just all agreed that 2 of us, the 2 families, would stay in here and everyone leave. And yet, it's already come out of someone's mouth over there that we ain't getting the appointment. Yeah? So why are we right? Okay, why are we not getting the appointment? For what reason?
You just lied to us.
Well, and what? No, it's not going to happen. Why?
I don't know why. I didn't ask for their question.
Right, well, we're entitled to that.
In that case, we're entitled to stay here.
Do you hear that, everyone?
Absolutely. Scum!
That's bad. What's this just happened?
I'm not listening. No, it's not. We're not trespassing.
What can I do? You get a fine.
You only get a fine. The woman came down and said, "Oh, do you have an appointment?" So I said, "Oh, you have an appointment."
Is there anyone else who'd like to leave?
We have emailed, we have sent letters, and we send the mail. Listen to me. If something happens to your child, you'll get treated the same. Trust me.
We're not leaving. Full stop. We're staying here. So arrest us if you're going to arrest us.
Police resources. And what you're doing, peaceful protesters, we're not causing obstruction. Everyone who came to walk in here
Liars!
is allowed to walk through.
What are you coming from? But
Well, you don't. How do we get an appointment? How do you get an appointment? I've been trying to get appointments from loads of different routes.
It's a public building. We've got every right to be here.
We want to do it as peacefully.
We are peaceful. We are peaceful. The only ones ain't is you lot following puppet masters.
I've come here because this is a place where I obviously will speak to him or speak to a secretary.
he's
So
not
what's
here.
the point of having this office?
No, he was here. He was here. He was here, though.
I'm just telling you what I know.
Yeah, and we're just telling you what we know.
Yeah, absolutely.
What, they can now?
I basically, there's some people still upstairs,
Yeah.
and I basically asked the question, can you have some kind of contact or...
Just
you,
two
Yeah, I
appointments.
understand that. I asked that from the guys outside, it'll all go away was the thing, all go away if we get that meeting. Went up there and they said, categorically that's not happening. So I'm only passing...
Yeah, well, why is it category? Why is it? Why is it carried? They are. We pay their wages.
I've got to let you know that if you don't leave, they will sign a statement to the effect of your trespassing, aggravated.
No,
We're not aggravating. We're not aggravating.
Commercial
We're down
business.
here.
Commercial
We're down
business.
here.
Squatters'
They're
rights.
going to be getting you to make bad choices, and they're going to be
Commercial
getting you
business, we are squatters'
to
rights.
abuse your powers under Section 26 of the Criminal and Justice Act 2015. You will be acting unlawful. That is up to 14 years imprisonment for you
It's a
constables.
civil matter.
It's a civil matter. It's not criminal.
It's not
It's
criminal
civil.
matters. You have no
It's
right
civil.
being here.
You lot might as well just become bailiffs, because that's how you're behaving.
You're entitled to come in
The
here.
area outside is there, yeah. No, they need to start making some
I
arrests.
don't know if you're. I wouldn't normally come to the office.
You were outside is clear. No, they need to start making some arrests. Yes,
I think I've had this. I had one by last Friday. I haven't had one. So I came in to ask this guy. He ran off.
Can you imagine how we feel of murdered children? That's one family of murdered children and another one. And we've been asking for appointments for 10 months. We just came in here, I came here last week, just a couple of us, and asked for an appointment. Didn't get it then. I said I'd come back, so I have done today. How the hell are you meant to get an appointment if they ignore emails and they write and say you're not having one? We're entitled to it. We're entitled to it. We have evidence for a retrial, and you still don't want to see us because they know. They know they covered up our children's murders.
Nothing to say to us.
Get everyone outside. There's only about 10 of them.
No consent. No consent. No consent. No consent.
I'd bring it back.
But I'll have to ask them.
Yeah.
But in
Well,
the
they should
meantime,
have it
they will
here.
be. In the meantime, they will be saying, right, please get them out, and you will be arrested. All right, I'll try my bit. Yeah.
No consent.
Yeah, just say.
Richard.
No consent. Policing by consent only. Policing by consent only. Policing by consent
Acts and
only.
statutes are not law, constables. They're training you incorrectly under maritime law. It's common law, that's the law of the land. No loss, no harm, no injury. And we're doing none of that here. We're doing none of it. I'm in lawful rebellion. I'm in lawful rebellion, and I've signed the Baron's oath. I have my deed to the Baron, yeah?
I'm going to CPS.
It's unlawful that they're going to make you behave unlawful. This is a civil matter.
Risk arrest.
Right.
I'll go up and ask.
I'll wait until you come back down and
But I don't suppose that's a problem you stay here or one other, but the rest of you have to
So that's what we was doing. Everyone was going. Everyone was going. No.
If I can't get an answer,
Yeah, no, I'm not going up there with him. No, I'm not going to get through that.
If anyone else can go, then these two guys stay with a couple of my mate here. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's
No,
fine.
no, we're staying until you come back down with an answer.
No. Just everyone wait outside and let's see how truthful. Let's see how truthful the police are.
When I just show you a minute.
Yeah. Go on, yeah, let's go. It's not worth getting you all in trouble.
Where that paperwork is.
I will ask. Nothing left, so I've got nothing to lose, so I'll ask. But I do require a bit of negotiation.
Yeah, he's alright. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, go of course, absolutely.
Whichever one.
He won't leave. He won't leave.
Right, Governor.
I will go out from CPS. So you will be following us down.
Do you see what they do, people at home? The Attorney General and the Solicitor General just can say to the police, you know, no, they're not going to have appointments no matter what. You know.
You make sure no secret.
And I'll send the paperwork to the Attorney General then supposed to reply.
Right. Is that agreed then? You're right. Everyone else going to go apart from yourself, yeah?
Yeah, they're going.
Otherwise, you know, Bristol's a long way away. That's where I've travelled from today. Yeah, my daughter's staying there. That's my daughter.
They're not going to.
Fine.
That's quite a
If the come from Bristol,
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's my son.
You got the got one. You don't have to do stuff.
I'll look at his stack.
I haven't let my wife and my other son.
Don't worry.
They didn't want to come in. Right.
Do you know what? All we are is two families grieving Yeah? Not being able to stay at home, rest, stay under a quilt. I haven't been able to stay under a quilt for one day since this happened to my son, and I'm sure it's the same for these. And all we've done, excuse me, I'm talking, that's a bit rude. All I've done, and all this family has done, is fight. Fight for the truth and fight for justice for Josh, Harry and George. And this is how we get treated. We only came in here for an appointment. That's all we wanted.
An appointment, then he ran off. And then the
That's
next
it.
minute you lot turn up.
An appointment.
No, it's not like I'm not
How
coming.
does that
I've got an
look?
official letter from the Attorney General who just took up there. So it's not a fictitious letter.
And he knows who we are because we've
I'm still
emailed
waiting
and
for a
emailed and emailed. The MP's written a meeting. We have evidence for a retrial, and he doesn't want to see it because he already knows the truth. We have evidence that the judge at the Old Bailey made a gross error, which is enough for a retrial on its own, and he don't want to meet it. And all we want is a meeting, and said to him in our letters, just have a meeting, see what we have, then make your decision. No. This is what they're doing to all of you if anything happens to your family and you try and fight for justice. To not get an appointment is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, and it's a civil matter, and how many police are in here? Alright, yeah, alright, Danny, so it's just us.
We'll see how long quick it's going to be to get that response.
And there's only 3 of us now. Yeah?
Everyone needs to be out.
I'm just waiting for a response.
We've been told to wait. We've been told to wait here.
At the moment, as far as I'm aware, no one is coming down.
No,
right.
Officer's just gone up with a letter.
Yeah, one
He's going to come back now. So that's why everybody else has gone out and we're still here.
What's the agreement? Let's go out.
What's the agreement we have? Okay. Well, once he comes back, then we'll know where we go from there.
What has happened to you lot? What has happened from the old time Bobby, from being a constable to becoming a policy enforcement officer and protecting the establishment? Don't you want your children to grow up in a safe environment? Because right now it is not safe in this country. Don't you want that for your children? Because that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for your children as well. And yet you stand there against us when you really know in your heart that we're not actually doing anything wrong. Yet you're quite happily coming to arrest us. Grieving families, that's what we are. Listen to that song. Because the Met Police at Alberton Police Station did that. And Hayes Police Station, and there's constables that have been up in London that know the truth as well because we've spoken to them. Listen to that, 16, 16 and 17, and that car mounted that pavement straight, hit 5 children. You don't hear about the other 2, but the other 2 it knocked to the side. 5. And if Harry hadn't landed on that bonnet, which made him hit the lamppost at the end, he would have gone on to hit more because it was a 16th birthday party that night and there was dozens and dozens of children walking up that road. 71 miles an hour. He put his foot down. It's in records. They heard it kick down. 70. You imagine your child being hit at 71 miles an hour and having to view your child at that. And then have the whole establishment cover it up, and then you come out fighting, you get called names, you get threatened with arrest. You try being me for one day and feel what I feel. And I don't know how any of you can stand there and even think about arresting me and this other man who's fighting for his son, who was also run over.
Now you might seem quite possible. I'm not saying what's
We didn't intimidate. Did we? We didn't intimidate that guy at all.
No, we just came in, asked him, and he tried to say that the Attorney General wasn't in this office, and I said, well, he is, because we came here last week. There was no intimidation. We don't intimidate anyone. We don't intimidate anyone. I've got it on a live feed. There was no intimidation whatsoever. Utter rubbish, utter rubbish.
That alarm just went off. Oh, okay. That's a fire alarm. It's just gone off, and everybody was supposed to vacate the building.
I don't think that's helped as well because they've all voted, some of them have.
No, a lot came back in. A lot came back in and went up. And we didn't obstruct anyone from coming in.
No.
So, you know, it's a civil matter, this, and yet you're all standing here. It's a civil matter. It's not criminal.
On the desk, well, I think the bloke we usually see, he's the one that can turn it off. But
When did you came in a minute ago?
I don't know what it
Yeah,
looks like.
little short Indian guy just
just
walked in.
Oh, yeah, that'd be right. Yeah. Unless he's trying to set.
Right, unless he's trying to reset.
It's the code or something.
But we didn't need to have any of this. Any of this.
It's the only number
It's all pointless. That's all it is. Or at least give me acknowledgement of my letter as to what's what.
Oh, right.
Nothing.
Oh, this is good news.
I'm afraid so. That was looked at by the head who's here, who's under the Attorney General, and also by the leader comms, and there's nothing much that can be said now. It's
Oh no, hang on. So where's the paperwork that they're supposed to send?
They're not interested in following that up further.
They're not
No,
interested.
not at the moment. Not right now, because of what's happened here. What they did say is, as far as it's gone
Well, it
through all
doesn't
the
matter.
channels... I think
This is
they
the
said
political elite, people.
that
This is what they do.
Two MPs have reviewed it. I think the CPS have reviewed it to do with the case. Forgive me, because I don't know all about it. And they said, as far as that, unfortunately, there's nothing more the Attorney General can do. That was the worst to me, it's passed to you. That is the end of the matter. For them.
But what about the paperwork that they're supposed to send?
I have no idea about that. So, and they're
It
not...
says that they're supposed to be sending it.
They weren't going to look further at that paperwork today. So I asked them to. I promise you I did that.
So did you get any names from them?
No, I don't. The department head here is basically the whole building under the Attorney General. That will probably be on public domain access.
Right, no, we've done all that. My point to this is, how can you stand there, right, and demand that we leave or we're going to be threatened of arrest, but you can't go up there and demand that they give us two appointments?
It's a bit different.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You've come down and said they're not even going to entertain it. This man's son was murdered. My son and his two friends were murdered, right? The judge made a gross error. That makes it the Attorney General's job, right? So he should be having an appointment with us, yet we can't get that. So everything we do, you know, when we wander around or come in here like we have today, I tried last week. I thought, okay, I'll come here instead. I'm not getting anywhere in the emails, not getting anywhere with the letters from the MPs, and I have many of them, yeah, from MPs, and still nothing. We have the right, we pay his wages. You know, what about the fact that he hid £400,000? So do you want to go up there and investigate the fact that the Attorney General... No, I'll tell you why. Because they are all above your power, isn't it? You couldn't, like, if they'd done something now, go up and arrest them, can you? I can tell. I can tell. We see it every day outside Parliament. We see it. We see it. We see it.
What they've reiterated and what they signed to in effect now is a statement saying, please come off the premises or you will all be arrested.
How's that their decision? How is that their decision that we can be arrested?
They provide a statement that provides the evidence.
Which
for
is
us
what?
to then arrest you.
What's the evidence then? Can I see the evidence?
The evidence is you being here.
Well, no, the evidence is we've come in here. It's an open door, right? The door, it's open door. We came in here. No, we haven't been asked to leave. You asked us to leave. They never asked us to leave. They haven't asked us to leave, not one of them. Only you did.
All I can say is what I'm saying to you. We could argue all day long.
Yes, we can. You should just go and get us an appointment.
Well, I can't do that. I've tried. So all I can say is that you will have to leave now, otherwise you will be arrested. And that goes...
Well, hang on, what am I going to be arrested for?
Aggravated trespass.
I'm not
This
aggravating.
gentleman here is acts on behalf of the building, he's the manager, and he has confirmed to me he would like to leave, he's happy to confirm to you.
Right, can I see paperwork that this is a private building then?
Please suggest
Otherwise
to me-
it's not trespass. Can I see, is this a private building?
Yes, it is. Please just leave the building.
Who owns the building? Hang on. Yeah, see, hang on a moment. Hang on a moment.
Here, please. These people who are trespassing and committing the offence of aggravated trespass will not leave. They now need to be arrested.
Oh, I'm leaving. Are you
leaving?
Yeah, we're leaving. What choice have you given us? You corrupt, shameful lot. Josh, Joel, Cherry, justice for the free. I just don't think you understand. Well, I'm out of it now. That's it. Took away our boys, and now you're going to shame the police. Josh, Joel, Cherry. This is
private property.
I'm not on it. I'm not in
The
that.
pavement is private property.
Oh, come off.
Yeah, you need to leave, madam. Keep leaving,
Where's
please.
where's that's public property then?
This whole yard is private.
Just there, that's
Yeah.
public property.
Right, well at least you answered. You lot abuse your powers, you bunch of bullies. Yeah, no worries, it is no
Make your way
worries.
off
No,
the
I'm
path.
going to go this way, not the way you point.
Madam, that's
I'm
fine.
not going the way you point, you bully. Well look, how can I? There's a wall of you.
Let the lady
You're
out.
causing me alarm and distress.
They'll let you out.
See there.
Seriously, the day you lot wake up will be the day you get the respect back. Until then, there is no one, no working class person in this country that respects that uniform or anyone that's wearing it. Oh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, it was threatening with us arrest. Any second they was going to arrest me and that other family. Yeah, they were. Any second.
So you didn't get an appointment?
No, they went upstairs, they come down and said, no, you're not having it. Like, just like that. No, you're not having it.
Look, we come back tomorrow.
No.
We come back tomorrow. You know what they're going to do? That's the local man. He's arranging.
If we didn't move at that second, they was going to arrest me and that other family. They're going to come forward. Trespassing. They let a man come in and say...
Kay Burley said on the Sky News the yellow vests are strong the Attorney General.
I just need a...
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it? What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it? What do we want?
Everyone will try.
Justice for the free!
Families.
Just now think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys. And now we're going to change the police.
To look at our
Justice for the free! Just now think you understand. We have to make some noise. They took away our boys. And now we're going to shame the police.
They just ignore the working class, and that's what it's about.
We've been back.
Ignoring us.
So no appointment?
No. They was just 1 second to go. Where's that other family?
No appointments.
1 second to go and they was going to arrest us, weren't they? They come forward to do it. 1 second to go and we'd have been arrested.
No justice for the poor. No justice for the common people, is there? Justice now.
I did try justice.
There's no justice for the common man.
Not for us little folk.
As Arnold said, I'll be back.
1 second. And 1 second and...
We need to sort another day out when we all come back together again.
Do you think media would take it on board properly and let
Next week. We'll see you next week. Attorney General. We'll see you next week. Attorney General.
Hours. We tried, everyone. We was at the last second, and they would have arrested us. You know, and if I get arrested, I don't want them to do a Melanie Shaw on me. You know, I don't want them to do a Melanie Shaw. So we pushed it, but the thing is, we'll be back. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said,
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
I said that.
Pulling his yellow vest out, yellow vesting. Very smart today. So we'll probably be back on soon. Thank you everyone for watching, but we'll carry on. But this is what they do. The main thing is showing you, you know, no matter what I do, you know, Hillsborough fought for 26 years. You've got justice for 21. What's that, since the 80s? Yeah. You know, fighting for justice. I'm not under any...
illusion.
Yeah, I'm not under any illusion that I could be fighting 26 years with Nicola and Carl and Stacey for justice for Josh, Harry and John. And, you know, I'm not under any illusion. But we have to keep on trying. For Josh, Harry and George, we have to keep being their voice, and for the rest of the children, because our boys was not an isolated attack. You know, there's hundreds of us that are fighting for justice in this country. We all know the corruption. It's got to stop. We want the country back for the people, to make it safe again, because we can't leave this country how it is for the children. We have to give them a better country than the one we live in today. That's what we have to do.
Don't give up! Don't give up!
Never surrender ever! We was born to win!
Don't give up! Don't give up!